And they are going to throw it. And it's Herbert to his right with a wide open lane, and he picks it up and slides down in bounds. What a night for Justin Herbert. Gain of 19, hits the 2-minute warning, and that might have just wrapped it up. Justin Herbert, 318 in the air, 36 on the ground, and 19 big ones.
Watch Chris Jones right here. He's a defensive end and has outside responsibility. He ends up ducking to the inside to try to get the sack. Nobody else outside. As I said, man coverage on the back.
And they also lost Becton, who was a starting guard. Here is a 3rd and 1. Digging, turning. Hampton driving, backpedaling. They cannot bring him down. Look at this run. Wow. First down run. Sheer effort by the rookie out of North Carolina. On 3rd and 1.
And it doesn't matter how good you are. Turnovers will come back to haunt you.
1st and 10. And the run here and the galloping move. And look at the run by the rookie Hampton. He'll take it in for the touchdown. A 54-yard touchdown run by Hampton. His 2nd rushing touchdown in his career. Blocked by Harris. And off to the races, and Newman couldn't get him.
Well, that's why they're so high on this kid. And that's why when Harris went down, they gave him more of the load. A week ago, has 70 yards rushing against the Broncos. And today, when given more opportunity now, only 9 carries in this game.
Warming up. The running back is Vidal. And Herbert to the air. Here comes Jones. And the pass. Caught! Harris caught the ball.
First, it starts with, first of all, that's an incredible catch. And he's able to bring it in. He's down. I believe he got the wind knocked out of him landing on the ball like that.
Working on the rookie Noel Williams. And that arm may have been under it, but it was moving. You could see.
Well, what a great job by Justin Herbert.
Wow, what a throw.
Chris Jones was this close. Quarterback, and we've seen it here in the first half, and now it's sustaining it for the whole season.
Herbert on 1st and 10. He gets a block from Deculus. Downfield, caught 5, touchdown. Johnston works on Belton.
Well, this looks like a quarter coverage. So you got the corner who bites on the, see the little stutter and go? But he has safety help over the top, but it's thrown in that part of the field where the safety can't get over. He doesn't expand far enough. Excellent route by Johnston with the stutter to get off the line of scrimmage.
Coverage on Metcalf.
3rd and 6. It's Allen's down. Herbert throws. McConkey's got it, and he's gone. McConkey chased by Ramsey. 20, stops his feet, cuts back inside to the 13-yard line. Jalen Ramsey.
It's just a sizzler. I mean, there's no room to throw that ball. There's just nowhere to throw that ball. He just threw it anyway, and it just sizzled right by Brandon Eccles, who was in perfect position. Somehow McConkey holds on.
And they're going to have to play man-to-man on the back end.
Pressure coming again. Herbert in trouble. Herbert keeps it alive. Completes it to McConkey, who stops at a dime. There he goes. McConkey inside the 20.
Andrew, you asked how he did it. Look at the strength of Herbert to shake off Phillips. And then you know what else did it? The lad did it. Look at that move inside, understanding, and what a great job downfield by Hassan Haskins to not clip or block in the back. Essentially, he screened off a defender to save a penalty.
Well, he keeps mentioning the future gold jacket. And he talks about Mac almost with awe. Herbert launches downfield. It's Johnston in stride. Touchdown, Chargers.
Watch Quentin Johnston look like he's going to run the crosser and then wrap it back around. Then Caillou Blue Kelly, watch, freeze it. He's going to start pointing like Johnston's on that crosser and then that pylon. Beautiful read by Justin Herbert.
He's got to have vision. He's got to have vision that even though Quentin Johnston looked like he's running away from him, you got to keep gaining depth, play with vision, because that middle of the field safety, he can't run that down inside.
Just the 9th offensive play of the game for Las Vegas. Smith in his own end zone, taking a shot down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Coming over was Tony Jefferson. I think he was out of bounds, but he did catch it, and the officials are discussing it. Jefferson thinks he has an INT. and they are giving it to him.
Really close play. Now, if Thornton touches this football while he's out of bounds, it's going to be out of bounds. And I don't think there's anything clear and obvious to say he touches it. And then we see Jackson there. That's an interception. You see the knees on the ground with possession. They'll stay with interception on that play, fellas. Great play.
36+, that's where Herbert gets hit, gives up sacks, and it's really problematic for this offense.
So these 2nd down and 7 plays are big. Shot down the field, end zone, it is held on to by Johnston for the touchdown.
Back, he is their big size receiver. Their down the field threat, but could not have thrown this ball any more perfect.
In terms of pressure and those kinds of things, but he loves calling things on 1st and 2nd down.
There's a 2nd down. Got away from Tillman. And caught! What a grab! Flag!
Adjustment. This is where the size comes into play. And Herbert, realizing what he has in a receiver in Johnston, put it up high. And Johnston just coming down with it.
2nd down and 6. Herbert to the air. Pipkins the block at the right tackle. Got away from Allen. Herbert alive in the throw. Caught! Touchdown! Touchdown! Allen!
Watch Zach Allen here. Right up the middle. He's got a clean shot at him. Herbert steps up in the pocket and throws him away with one arm.
2nd consecutive game. Make it 3rd straight game with a touchdown reception.
See, this is the scramble rule I talked about earlier in the game. The receivers and quarterbacks work on this all the time. The route was an inside dig route. There's a hand to the face that wasn't called. He's able to get the ball out there. Moss is in position. Benito gets that left arm up. Herbert's able to drop his arm and sidearm it around Benito's outstretched arm. Find a spot to get it into Keenan Allen with Moss all over him. Able to come up with the tying touchdown.
And Herbert on that drive, Trent, 4 of 5, 58 yards.
His hands, it was perfectly executed. Hurts keeps, throws, batted up and picked off. Intercepted. And watch Cam Hart. It's the zone coverage, so he's got eyes on Hurts. He sees the throw. He falls back underneath it, gets his hands on it, and then the interception. But it's so much of what the Chargers have been able to do with their zone looks has given them advantage in some of these situations. And Cam Hart, he falls back underneath it, gets his hands on it, and then the interception. But it's so much of what the Chargers have been able to do with their zone looks has given them advantage in some of these situations. And Cam Hart comes up big.